My beloved brothers and sisters, we are living in a time where pleasure is instant. You feel bored, you scroll. You feel hungry, you order. You feel sad, you distract yourself. Your brain has become used to constant stimulation, and without realizing it, your soul has become restless. Ramadan interrupts that cycle. For the first time in months, maybe years, you delay your desires intentionally. You are hungry, but you wait. You are thirsty, but you wait. That waiting is not just spiritual. It is psychological. You are retraining your brain to understand that not every desire deserves immediate satisfaction. In a dopamine-driven world, your mind is overstimulated daily. Notifications, videos, music, messages. Everything fights for your attention. Ramadan reduces the noise. And when the noise decreases, your nervous system begins to calm down. At first, it feels uncomfortable. The silence feels heavy. The hunger feels intense. The cravings feel louder. But that discomfort is detox. Just like the body reacts when toxins leave, your mind reacts when overstimulation reduces. My beloved brothers and sisters, Ramadan teaches delayed gratification. And delayed gratification is the foundation of success, spiritually and psychologically. When you learn to wait for Maghrib, you learn to wait for Jannah. This month is not just cleansing your stomach, it is cleansing your reward system. It is teaching your brain that true pleasure is not instant, it is earned. And when you break your fast with gratitude instead of impulse, you realize something powerful: discipline tastes better than indulgence. My beloved brothers and sisters, the Nafs loves comfort. It loves the soft bed, the extra sleep, the warm food, the easy path. It avoids anything that feels difficult. It whispers, rest more. Delay it. You deserve ease. And slowly, without realizing it, comfort becomes your master. Ramadan challenges that master. When the alarm rings for suhoor, your nafs says, sleep, but you rise. When hunger grows strong in the afternoon, your nafs says, just take a sip, but you refuse. When anger rises, your nafs says, respond, but you hold back. Every one of those moments is training. Discomfort builds strength. We live in a world designed to remove struggle. Food is instant. Entertainment is instant. Climate is controlled. Everything is optimized for ease, but ease does not build resilience. Struggle does. Ramadan reintroduces controlled struggle into your life. My beloved brothers and sisters, voluntary discomfort is powerful. When you choose hardship for the sake of Allah, you develop emotional endurance. You learn that feelings do not control you. Hunger does not control you. Fatigue does not control you. The nafs wants immediate relief. Ramadan teaches delayed relief, and that shift transforms your psychology. You begin to realize that urges are temporary, cravings rise, and then they fall. Emotions spike, and then they settle. By the end of Ramadan, if you approach it correctly, you are no longer a slave to comfort. You become someone who can endure, someone who can resist, someone who can choose discipline over desire. And that strength will serve you long after Ramadan ends. My beloved brothers and sisters, we are the generation of now food in minutes, messages in seconds, entertainment instantly. If a video takes too long, we skip it. If a page loads slowly, we become irritated. Without realizing it, our patience is shrinking. The problem is not technology itself. It is what constant immediacy is doing to our hearts. When everything responds instantly, we begin expecting life to respond instantly. We expect dua to be answered immediately. We expect change to happen quickly. We expect spiritual growth to feel fast. And when it doesn't, we become frustrated. Ramadan slows you down. You feel hunger at 2 p.m. But Maghrib is far away. You make dua, but the answer may not come today. You pray Taraweeh, but but spiritual peace builds gradually. Ramadan reintroduces the concept of waiting. My beloved brothers and sisters, patience is not passive. It is active endurance. It is choosing calm over complaint. It is choosing trust over frustration. And fasting is one of the strongest trainers of patience ever prescribed to humanity. When you wait all day to break your fast, you are teaching your brain that not everything must be immediate. You are strengthening the part of you that can endure discomfort for a greater reward. And that mindset does not just help your worship, it helps your life. Instant gratification weakens discipline. Delayed gratification builds greatness. Ramadan is a 30-day course in rebuilding your patience in a world that is constantly destroying it. My beloved brothers and sisters, many of us think we eat because we are hungry. But if we are honest, sometimes we eat because we are stressed, because we are bored, because we are lonely, because we are overwhelmed. Food becomes comfort. Distraction becomes escape. Ramadan removes that escape. When you cannot eat, cannot drink, cannot indulge freely, something uncomfortable happens. Your emotions rise to the surface. The stress you used to silence with snacks now sits in front of you. The boredom you used to scroll away now feels louder. This is not weakness. This is exposure. My beloved brothers and sisters, Ramadan forces you to sit with yourself. If you feel irritated more easily while fasting, that irritation was already inside you. If you feel sadness more intensely, that sadness was already there. Hunger simply removes the cover. Many people do not realize how emotionally dependent they are on stimulation. Food, social media, constant conversation, noise. Ramadan reduces these comforts so you can face what you have been avoiding. And in that facing, healing begins. When you learn to tolerate boredom without scrolling, stress without snacking, sadness without distraction, you are building emotional maturity. You are teaching your mind that discomfort will not destroy you. Ramadan is not just about controlling the stomach. It is about understanding the heart. And sometimes hunger is the mirror that shows you what your soul has been hiding. My beloved brothers and sisters, self-control is not something you are born with fully developed. It is trained. Just like a muscle grows through resistance, discipline grows through restraint. And Ramadan is a full month of resistance training for the soul. Every time you feel thirsty and do not drink, you are strengthening control. Every time you feel angry and choose silence, you are strengthening control. Every time you want to look at something inappropriate and lower your gaze, you are strengthening control. Small moments, massive impact. Psychologically, self-control works like repetition. The more you resist an urge, the stronger your ability becomes the next time. The more you give in, the weaker that ability becomes. Ramadan gives you dozens of daily repetitions. My beloved brothers and sisters, imagine how powerful this training is. For 30 days, you are practicing saying no to lawful things, food and drink, for the sake of Allah. If you can say no to halal, you are training yourself to say no to haram. But this only works if you are conscious. If you fast physically, but indulge in gossip, anger, and distractions, you miss the deeper training. True fasting is comprehensive. It includes the tongue, the eyes, the ears, and the heart. By the end of Ramadan, if done properly, you become mentally stronger, less impulsive, less reactive, more aware, more intentional. And that strengthened self-control is not just for Ramadan, it is preparation for the rest of your life. My beloved brothers and sisters, when distractions decrease, thoughts increase. When the noise of constant eating, scrolling, and socializing reduces, the mind becomes clearer and sometimes louder. Ramadan creates silence, and silence reveals what was buried. Many people notice that during Ramadan they become more emotional. Old memories resurface. Regrets feel heavier. Dua becomes more intense. Tears come easier. This is not random. This is exposure. You were always carrying these thoughts, but you were too distracted to notice them. My beloved brothers and sisters, when the body is disciplined, the soul speaks. When the stomach is empty, the heart becomes sensitive. That sensitivity is a gift. It allows you to confront unresolved emotions, sins you avoided thinking about, habits you excused for too long. Some people feel uncomfortable with this mental clarity. They rush to refill the silence with noise. Constant iftar gatherings, endless scrolling, late night distractions, because sitting with your own thoughts requires courage. But Ramadan invites you to reflect. When you stand in prayer at night and your mind wanders, notice where it goes. That wandering reveals what occupies your heart. When you make dua and specific worries rise repeatedly, that repetition shows what needs healing. Do not run from your thoughts this Ramadan. Face them, analyze them, bring them to Allah. Because awareness is the first step toward purification. And sometimes the loudness of your thoughts is actually the beginning of your growth. My beloved brothers and sisters, we live in the age of distraction. Our attention spans are shrinking. 10-second clips feel long, silence feels uncomfortable. Concentration feels exhausting. Without realizing it, our ability to focus deeply is weakening. Ramadan challenges that weakness, especially at night. When you stand in Taraweeh, you are not watching highlights. You are listening attentively to long portions of the Quran. Your legs may ache, your mind may wander, but you remain standing. That act alone is rebuilding mental endurance. My beloved brothers and sisters, waking up for tahajjud is even more powerful. When the world is asleep and you choose to rise, you are breaking laziness. You are choosing purpose over comfort. That decision strengthens both your spiritual and psychological resilience. Long sujud teaches stillness. Stillness teaches awareness. Awareness teaches presence. And presence is rare in a distracted world. When your forehead touches the ground and you whisper your duas slowly, you are training your mind to slow down. Deep focus is not just about productivity. It is about connection. You cannot connect with Allah while constantly distracted. Night worship reduces stimulation and increases sincerity. It creates space for reflection without interruption. By the end of Ramadan, if you protect your nights, you will notice something powerful. Your ability to concentrate improves. Your thoughts become more organized. Your heart becomes more present. Because night worship is not only ibadah. It is mental discipline in its purest form. My beloved brothers and sisters, many people enter Ramadan with one goal: I will stop this sin. They focus on removal. Stop scrolling. Stop gossiping. Stop watching haram. Stop wasting time. But they forget something important. The mind does not like emptiness. If you remove a habit without replacing it, the vacuum pulls you back. Ramadan teaches us a powerful psychological principle. You do not just subtract, you substitute. When food is removed during the day, dhikr increases. When distractions are reduced, Quran replaces them. When idle talk decreases, reflection grows. My beloved brothers and sisters, your brain is wired for routine. If you simply remove something that once filled your time, your Nafs will search desperately for something similar. That is why many people relapse after Ramadan, because they removed sin temporarily, but never replaced it with structure. For example, if you reduce social media, replace it with daily current time. If you stop late night entertainment, replace it with Taraweeh or reading. If you avoid bad company, replace it with beneficial companionship. Replacement makes change sustainable. True transformation is not about force alone. It is about strategy. Ramadan is a structured environment. Suhoor, fasting. Iftar, Taraweeh. The structure supports you. But after Ramadan, you must create your own healthy structure. Do not just aim to quit bad habits this Ramadan. Aim to build better ones. Because when good habits take root, bad ones struggle to survive. And that is how lasting change is created, not by emptiness, but by intentional replacement. My beloved brothers and sisters, Ramadan brings powerful emotions. The masjid feels alive. The Quran sounds more beautiful. The atmosphere feels sacred. You stand in Taraweeh and your heart trembles. You make dua and tears fall. It feels uplifting. But emotion is not the same as transformation. A spiritual high feels intense, but it can be temporary. Real change is quieter. It shows in your character. It shows in your discipline. It shows in what you do when nobody is watching. My beloved brothers and sisters, many people mistake feeling inspired for being changed. Inspiration is easy in Ramadan. The environment supports you. Shaitan is restrained, community surrounds you, but after Eid, the support fades and habits reveal themselves. Psychologically, emotion gives motivation, but discipline creates identity. If you rely only on how you feel, your worship will fluctuate. Some days you feel strong, some days you feel empty. Real growth requires consistency even when emotion is low. Ask yourself, are you chasing the Ramadan feeling or the Ramadan transformation? One gives you moments. The other reshapes your life. Ramadan is a gift of momentum, but momentum must turn into movement. If the Quran closes after Eid, if Salah weakens immediately, if old habits return quickly, then it was a high, not a change. Let this Ramadan be different. Let your growth be visible in your patience, your speech, your priorities. Because true spirituality is not measured by how high you felt, but by how steady you remain after the high fades. My beloved brothers and sisters, habits shape identity. What you repeat daily becomes who you are. And for 11 months, many of us repeat distraction, indulgence, impatience, and impulse. Ramadan arrives as an interruption, a divine reset. For 30 days, your schedule changes, your eating changes, your sleeping changes, your environment changes, your priorities shift. This is not random. This is rewiring. Psychologically, repetition over time reshapes neural pathways. When you fast daily, pray nightly, control anger repeatedly, and resist temptation consistently, your brain begins to adapt. Discipline becomes easier. Awareness becomes sharper. My beloved brothers and sisters, Ramadan is not about surviving hunger. It is about restructuring your inner world. You are training delayed gratification. You are strengthening self-control. You are increasing mindfulness of Allah before every action. But rewiring only happens with intention. If you fast physically but continue mental indulgence, the rewiring remains shallow. If you reduce food but increase distraction, the transformation remains incomplete. 30 days are enough to begin change, but only if you are conscious. Every suhoor is a reminder of commitment. Every fast is a repetition of discipline. Every Taraweeh is reinforcement of focus. Slowly, quietly, you are becoming different. When Eid arrives, the real question is this: did Ramadan pass over you? Or did it pass through you? If it passed through you, your reactions will change. Your patience will improve. Your impulses will weaken. Your connection with Allah will feel stronger. Ramadan is not just a month on the calendar. It is a psychological and spiritual training camp. And if you embrace it fully, you will leave not just forgiven, but rewired, stronger, calmer, and more aware of Allah than ever before.